Hey Capricorn, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for July 25th through the 31st. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect and see what's coming up. We're going to keep this message short and sweet. I had some unexpected family stuff come up, so I'm going to have to leave town. And I've been busy recording all the love readings for August. We're going to try to get these messages up quickly so that I can skedaddle. We're going to see what's coming up here for the Capricorn Collective, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Capricorn Rising. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. See what we have coming up here for the collective. Move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for you all is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups can come up when we're not satisfied with a situation. We're not happy about it. But the Four of Cups always makes me think of what Rumi wrote about when he wrote about divine discontentment. And that's the moment that you realize you're a child of God. You're a child of the universe. You deserve more. You want more. And so you begin to realize, like, these other people, they have these blessings. They seem to have it so good. They're no better than I am. Like, I'm just as good as they are. We're all equal. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of the universe. I deserve this good stuff too. What about me? You're not looking in a hateful or jealous way. You're not wishing for them to lose what they have. You're just like, hey, I deserve it too. So for me, Four of Cups sometimes comes up when you're starting to raise the bar. You're like, I want more. I deserve more. You can be grateful for what you have, but you can also realize that you deserve more. So a lot of you Capricorns are going through this shift, and you're realizing that everything you have right now you manifested, but you manifested it at a time when your thinking was very limited. So you manifested some bare minimum stuff. And now you're like, I want the spice. I want the seasoning. I want the flavor. I want the cherry on top. I deserve a cherry on top. And so you're raising the bar. You're raising the bar with what you want and with what you're allowing into your life, and you're no longer dealing with bare minimum situations, bare minimum people, bare minimum circumstances. You're like, I want more, I deserve more. And as I said, you can still be grateful for what you have, but realize that you deserve more. So I feel like with this Four of Cups, a lot of you Capricorns are coming into this shift. You're like, this is bare minimum and I deserve more than the bare minimum. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Two of Swords. Now, this is where it gets kind of shaky here, Capricorn. Two of Swords is a card that comes up when we are in an energy or spirit of inaction, right? And some of you have heard me talk about the Two of Swords, where I've said, for me, Two of Swords a lot of the times in my readings is a warning card that your angels and your guides are showing you the writing on the wall, and they're guiding you, and they're telling you it's time for change. And you might be saying to yourself, well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe if I wait a little bit longer, it's going to straighten itself out. Maybe if I wait a little bit longer, the problem will go away, or it'll just, fall from the sky. For whatever reason, sometimes in Two of Swords, we don't take action. Sometimes we don't take the action because we're scared to take the steps, or we're scared to speak up. But with the Two of Swords, for me in my readings, it's like, well, we'll wait. Your angels and guides are like, we're going to wait, but we can't let you stay stuck in this situation. We need to keep you on track with divine timing. We need to make sure you don't miss out on your blessings. So we'll wait for you to take the steps. But at some point when the time starts running out, we have to come in and we have to bust you out of this cosmic prison. We have to bust you out of this tower. You're locked up right now in this tower. You're scared to take action. So if you don't take action, we're going to have to come in and give you this prison break. Now, even though the tower happens for us out of love, because our angels and guides are trying to free us and get us to the star, get us to the happily ever after, it's scary when the tower moments happen. So Two of Swords for me is like, look, this is going to happen regardless. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. So you can either hop on the little lifeboat that's come in, the little trolley that's come in to take you off, or you can let the tower moment happen, and then you can be scattered energy, running around, trying to get everything figured out amidst the chaos. You may as well take the steps now without the pressure of the chaos on your back. So you're being guided to make changes. You're being guided to take steps. You know you deserve more. Don't stay in an unhappy situation longer than you need to be there. Don't wait for the Tower. The next card that's coming up here, Major Arcana energy, is the Judgment card. So Major Arcana energy is energy that's going to be around for a while. Yes, I'm setting the intention for a 7-day period of time. But this is like a new chapter, a new phase that may be starting or beginning in the next 7 days, but you're going to be in the energy for a while. Judgment card can be answering a calling. You may be feeling called to do something. You may also be weighing the consequences of this calling. Okay? I can tell you, I never ever in a billion years thought that I would be doing YouTube or that I would be doing tarot readings for people as my work, as like what I'm doing for work. But Spirit kept pushing me, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to do it full time. And I never ever thought that I would be doing this, but I got called to it. And there were consequences for me. I lost friends, I lost family members, people I used to work with in very professional environments. They found out what I was doing. They think I lost it. They think I just went cuckoo. So there were consequences in that way. And some of you are thinking about the consequences, and you're like, well, if I do this, I may lose friends. I may lose support. I may have to find out other things about like how to maneuver or get around my professional life or my work life. And I can tell you there may be sacrifices that you're going to have to make for answering this calling, depending on whatever this calling may be. But I can tell you this honestly, the people that I lost, even though it hurt and it sting in that moment, I don't miss them. Because looking back, a lot of them were bare minimum. Looking back, a lot of them were even toxic and like backstabby, right? So that which is going to fall away is meant to fall away. Trust this, know this. And a lot of you are feeling led to go on a new path. It can be scary to take the steps, but I can tell you, for me, I was not like, oh, okay, angels, okay, guides, okay, Spirit, you want me to do this? All right, here I come. I fought tooth and nail. I had tower moment after tower moment after tower moment, until finally I said, okay, all right, I hear you, no more tower moments. So now when I get guidance, I follow the guidance. Now when I feel called to do something, I do it, because I know that if I don't, there's going to be a tower moment. And I can tell you, even though this was not my original plan, I am much happier now than I would have been if those other things had happened the way I was planning or the way I was working towards them. I would have been miserable. And so Spirit knows what's going to make us happy. And we're going to be happy as we are fulfilling that which comes natural to us, that which we feel called to do. So you're being called to action here. Don't hesitate and don't delay. The next card coming up here, Capricorn, is the Queen of Cups. This could be water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. If you have water sign placements, you may be dealing or focusing on those areas of your life. But the Queen of Cups for me comes up to say that in this transition and in these changes, emotional self-care is crucial for you right now. You may have emotions coming to the surface, and you need to set aside time to let yourself feel those feelings, get them out of your system, and then give yourself some aftercare. Okay, sometimes emotions might come in when we're in the middle of the grocery store, or we're around friends or family, or we're at work. And obviously, in that moment, you can't deal with it. You might have emotions come in at a time where you say, oh, I hate to have to push this down, but I got to push this down right now. But before you go to sleep that day, before the end of that day, set aside time to where you can sit that feeling and let it out of your system. If you want to cry, if you want to journal, if you want to scream into a pillow, if you want to, punch your bed, whatever you need to do to get it out of your system, and then do some kind of aftercare afterwards. Ask yourself, what I just went through emotionally, if I saw my friend go through this situation, or if I saw my child go through this situation, what would I do for them? Maybe you would make them a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just sit there and enjoy it and relax and calm down. Maybe you would put on a funny movie or some music, color in a coloring book, take a bath, go for a hike, do some gardening, spend time in nature. Whatever you think you would have done or suggested for a friend, do that for yourself. Maybe it's wrapping yourself up in a blanket and taking a nap, or fixing yourself a bowl of soup, or something comforting to eat. Whatever it might be, you need to create some kind of release and aftercare for yourself, because this is going to be a big part of you staying on track, getting through the motions, accomplishing what you're trying to accomplish, and manifesting what you're wanting to manifest. You may want to check out your moon and your rising sign videos if you haven't already. Sometimes those resonate more than your sun sign. The weekly forecast, the love readings, the link to schedule private readings, all of it is in the description of the video. Be sure to check those out. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Hope to see you all in the card of the day messages as well. Bye, Cappies.